This message is for Beyonce. Beyonce, we don't give a damn about you. We don't give a damn about how many speeches you read from a teleprompter, how many rituals you do, or what kind of voodoo you do. Texas will forever be a red state. It will forever be a red state and will always be a red state. I don't give what you do. And for you to come out here and try to finesse the black vote for a politician who don't even have no plans for your community goes to show us how much you care about your own people. What you need to be worried about is P. Diddy. What you need to be worried about is Jeff Epstein. What you need to be worried about is Jaguar Wright. What you need to be worried about is Aaliyah. What you need to be worried about is God. And you need to repent and not worry about where our vote is going. We don't care about you, Beyonce. Bye bye, Beyonce. Because you got God's answer too, not us.
Look, more and more women are coming out rejecting this little trick they try to pull with Beyonce, and it's backfiring on Curry Queen Kamala. Now let me tell you, she's definitely got plans for us. More plans to destroy the black community. More plans to push black women and black men away from each other instead of towards each other. More plans to terminate more black children like they haven't taken away enough already. More plans to keep black women strong, independent, and struggling instead of with a man so that you don't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. That's what they have Beyonce, Kelly Rowland, and Kamala pushing for. They tell you to terminate your kids, black women, while Beyonce went and got 3. Kelly Rowland up there, she's stumping for terminations and single strong women while she's got 2 herself and a husband at home. They're up here promoting feminism and strong and independent while they all have husbands. Beyonce, she's got a billionaire husband. But none of these women, including Kelly Rowland, have a clue about normal life for everyday people. All of these women are so privileged, they could care less about an economy or inflation. They're doing just fine. But let me tell you who's not doing so well. Average Americans, the working class.
Hey, yo, people, they are struggling. They are struggling. And why do I say that? Because they had to bring out the big guns. Michelle Obama. Michelle, we are over you and your husband. Okay? First, Barack had to come out to tell the brothers that he wasn't feeling them, not feeling Kamala. And then Michelle had to come out and tell us that she's not feeling us, putting Kamala to a different standard than Trump. The Obama's people just want us to settle for a mediocre candidate because whoever the president is doesn't affect their world. It don't affect them. Yo, people, and the celebrities that they keep putting in your face, whoever the president is doesn't affect them neither or their children. Yo, let me share y'all a story real quick. Okay, real quick. And let me see in the comments if this story you think relates to Beyonce and Barack and all the other little celebrities that we keep seeing, okay? Yesterday, my husband went to the meat market with our 9-year-old daughter and her girlfriends. We live in Pennsylvania. We live in a county outside of Philadelphia. He went to the meat market in Southwest Philly. Those from Philly or live in Philly know what I'm talking about. Elmwood Avenue. Okay? This neighborhood is very impoverished. Poverty. People are struggling. People are visibly broke. You can see it. But what you can also see is the Democrat signs and posters all around, okay? So my husband goes to the meat market. He gets the items. The cashier rings it up. The cashier says, "Sir, you might want to put some things back." And my husband's like, "Why?" She said, "Once you see the total." He said, "How much?" She said, $140. He said, "Okay." She fake impressed. Probably wasn't fake. She probably was really impressed. She was like, usually people only come here with like $10 or $20 and just get enough things for the day or the next day. People, is that how Beyonce and Barack shop? Do they shop just per meal or per day? So the cashier went on to ask my husband, you have a big family? And he said, "No, it's just me, my wife, my 9-year-old daughter in the house." She's surprised. People, I've been an RN for 8 years, okay? I make decent money. Okay, but I'm stuttering, people, because I just understand how people can vote for this nonsense. When I go into the market and I spend $300 on just a cart full of groceries, that hurts my pockets. And I make decent money. Okay? And I think about the people who got multiple children and lower income and how they are not managing. That is who I relate to. So all that Hollywood elite bull keep shoving in y'all face, they don't care about us. Their struggles aren't our struggles. So stop playing. Then they bringing the illegals in and putting the illegals in a better position than us, and y'all voting for that nonsense.
She gave a glimpse of what's happening in these neighborhoods. We're talking about folks going into the store with $10 to $20 a day, trying to scrape up enough food to feed their families, while Kamala and Biden, they let in all these illegals and they gave them food stamps. And we're talking about millions of people getting thousands of dollars in food stamps. Meanwhile, black people in Philly, they're trying to hold it together. And shout out to our people in Philly. But it's not just them. It's the same story in New York. Why do you think all the New Yorkers, they've been moving down to North Carolina, Georgia, and Texas? Why do you think all the folks in California, they've been moving by the thousands consistently to Houston, Austin, Dallas, Vegas, Georgia? Why do you see so many people from Chicago moving to Texas and Georgia? Because they're living under these policies that's making it impossible for them to survive, but they're bringing in illegals and taking care of them. So then they move south to red states. And you have these folks like Nancy Pelosi, they're trying to flip these states that a lot of these people are migrating to basically match where they came from. And as for black people, they keep telling us to vote against our own interests, which is crazy.
Listen, I see a lot of y'all black people telling us to get out and vote. Who y'all assume we gonna be voting for because y'all telling us to get out and vote? We're not vote. All of us not voting for Kamala. So just because you're black and you telling us to get out and vote, that don't mean we gonna get out and vote for Kamala. We're not voting color. Kamala didn't come to neither one of us when she selected her marriage and who she chose to procreate with. She didn't come to neither one of us. And then I see a lot of y'all saying that Trump inherited Obama's policies. That's why we did good when Trump was in office. Okay, so now, allegedly, we're under Trump policy, so that's why inflation is high. Lies. And if we vote for Kamala, what y'all gonna say then? Oh, she's under Trump policy, so she can't do nothing, this, that, and the other. We don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear. All of us are not voting for Kamala. So y'all can stop telling us to get out and vote because you're black and you think we're gonna vote for Kamala. It ain't happening. And I see people saying get out and vote black. Why? Why we gotta be voting color? We voting policies, baby. We not voting no more color. You get out and vote for who you vote for, and we get out to vote for who we vote for. And just let that be that.
Look, you see it for yourself. Black people are not buying this, oh, vote for this lady because she's black. The identity politics, you're not going to be able to continue to run that same play over and over. For one, Kamala not even black. And it's amazing how the mainstream media, they're ignoring that.
Now, there's even more proof, of course, that at the very least, the bare minimum, Kamala Harris is not black. It isn't just Janet Jackson. Funny who the media picks on and who the media stays away from.
And it's very disrespectful for them to know this information now, because trust me, they all know it, and continue to come in our faces and lie and tell us that she's a black woman and we should support her because of it. It's the reason why she's got the lowest support from black people since 1960. Black men and black women. And I'm going to be honest, if you would have told me last year that you'll even have black women turning on the Democrats, that would have been hard to believe, but look at it now.
Y'all, I know it may be wrong to say, but I really do love Trump. I really do. Like, I'm serious. Like, I love him, and it's really strange because maybe I shouldn't. But after this, after this rally, y'all can barely see me, and I'm so sorry. But after this rally, I really, really feel like we see the different spirit that they have with Trump's campaign. Everything, they seem so genuine. It's almost like God has blessed their campaign. But when you look at Kamala's, when you look at Kamala's rally, it's very wicked. The spirit is totally different. The spirit is off. It is just very strange. And it's like when you're watching Trump, when you're looking at the Trump rally tonight, everything was so gentle. It was just very, he was very stern, but it was like God just put a blessing up on that thing. And I'm telling y'all right now, we can see that, we can feel it. See, even though Kamala comes out and she's like, oh, well, she has all these people support her. Y'all need to fight for freedom and all of that other stuff. it doesn't seem genuine because they're lying. They're not being honest. They're not being authentic. And we can feel that. It's almost like if you look at the old cartoons and see how beautiful and comforting it is compared to the newer cartoons, if they remake it, there's something very distorted about it that feels uncomfortable, and it doesn't feel homey. It doesn't feel safe. It doesn't feel authentic to your soul. And I noticed that with the rally tonight for Trump. It was beautiful. Even the music he walked out to, it was so classy. It was so powerful. Guys, y'all know how to vote, but I just had to come out and say, I love Trump. I don't know him. Everybody like, well, you ain't got to love the man, and I don't have to love him. But I'm just telling y'all, I love Trump. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he can't do no wrong. He's still a man. But I love Trump, and I love what they all stand for. You couldn't even debate anything that they said, because everything they said is something you should be for. You should be for everything that they're discussing, everything that they're saying that they want to do for this country.
And look, she's not the only one. I've been seeing a bunch of black women saying the same thing. We're seeing the lowest support from black women for a Democrat candidate in 64 years. Something is definitely happening, and it can't be ignored. There's a shift. And that started with black men being tired of being disrespected by the Democrats, and they started moving accordingly. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Let me know what you think about this below. Special thank you to the Wiser driver. I appreciate you for your support, as well as George. Thank you, George. And big shout out to Samuel and Edmund. If you want to show your support for the channel too, you have to use PayPal for now. The link is below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to like and share.